Hello, it's Argo here. In today's Dinkum video, I thought I would put together a farming 101 or how to farm guide. Seems like that's a question that is asked pretty frequently, so I thought maybe I can help you out. I would like to point out that I did timestamp all of the tips. If you want to skip around the video, they are in the description. So if you're looking for something specific, I did title them for what that topic is. And if you need to come back to this video for reference, there you go. Okay, first off, we're going to talk about crops and where to buy them. So you would buy them at Raina. You just go to her store. Obviously, you'll have to have it unlocked, and she'll have to be on your island first. And then you can pick any of the crops. She puts 4 crops out there that would be currently in season. So you do have to look out for that. And also, you have to look out for how long it takes to harvest and how many you get. And you can buy as many as you want. Trust me, you can never buy enough because you will make your money back. Next up is tools. The 2 tools for farming first would be your hoe and your watering can. So you would want to go ahead and buy those, maybe even a few days, buy a few of them and put them in storage. All right, so first off, you would want to figure out what season they will grow in. You can find this out by you would want to hover over the crop and it will tell you what season they grow in. So you want to keep that in mind and look at your calendar. Each season is 28 days. So make sure that you have enough time before you plant it. So if you're on the 25th and it takes 11 days or 10 days to harvest, you will not have enough time because right when it changes seasons, those crops will die. The only ones that are safe bet is wheat because they are all year round. So just make sure that you check that before you plant your crops. Okay, first off, we'll just go to the very basic things. Is you would want to how to farm. You want to prepare the ground, pretty simple, and then you would want to have the crop selected and drop the crops into the prepared ground. And then you would want to water them every day. So each day when you water them, that takes away one of the days that it takes for it to harvest. If you go a day or 2 without watering, the crops will die. So you have to be on it at first. I will have some tips at the end. So please listen to the end and you will get those tips on how to level up your farming fast enough to get sprinklers and do advanced farming. But at first, I would relatively keep it small, maybe only 20-25 crops till you get to level 25 farming, because then it doesn't take too much time. You can water them by hand, and then once you get sprinklers, then it does it automatically, and you can make as big of a farm as your heart desires. Another thing is, how can you tell how many days before you can harvest? Well, with Reina, if you fill up her friendship level with 2 hearts, she will give you the plant book. With the plant book, you can walk up to any crop or any plant and you can read it, and it will show you how many days to harvest. Or if the crop is ready to harvest, you'll also see some sparkling on the crop, but it will also tell you how many days. So you can kind of judge if they're going to die if you get closer to the end of the season. The main items for farming is sprinklers, water towers, brick wells, and tractors. How to unlock each one of these? Sprinklers. You will unlock a basic sprinkler at level 20 farming, which will unlock the irrigation license level 1, which costs 1,000 permit points. So you need level 20 farming, and then you have to use 1,000 permit points to unlock irrigation. You will get the basic sprinkler, and that will get you started on being able to mass farm. I will go over the basic sprinkler right now. It waters 1 tile away from the sprinkler. So basically it waters 10 crops. So it's a very simple thing. You just need to do the sprinkler and then crops around it. I'll demonstrate it right now. You can kind of just go through there and see it. Next up is the water tower. The water tower you also unlock at irrigation level 1. So right when you unlock the basic sprinkler, you'll also get the recipe from Fletch for the water tank. With the water tank, obviously you need water to do the sprinklers. So a water tank surrounds 10 tiles all the way around it. So it's 10 tiles north of it, 10 tiles to the east, west, and south. So it is you only need one water tower to cover a huge area. So keep that in mind, but also keep in mind that if you want to make a big farm, you will need multiple water towers, but they're pretty easy to craft, so you shouldn't worry about not having too many. Next up is the brick well. The brick well, you purchase the recipe from Franklin's Lab. If you don't know, Franklin Labs has a random recipe on his bench every day, so you have to wait until you get the brick well. The brick well allows you to put the water tank anywhere on your island. You can put the water tower or the water tank near water, like your river or your ocean, but if you want to make a massive farm on an island, the brick well is perfect because you just have to put the brick well anywhere and the water tank will have water that way. Next up is the advanced sprinklers. The advanced sprinklers waters 24 crops. So as you can tell, you really want to work up to the advanced sprinklers because it will water more than double the regular sprinkler. You unlock the advanced sprinkler with irrigation license number 2 for 4,000 permit points. So basically, to get the advanced sprinklers, you need to get farming level 20, and then you need 5,000 permit points to buy irrigation level 1 and 2. Which leads to the last thing, is the tractor, and it is my favorite. This really ties the bow on mass farming because you can make so much money once you get this. To unlock the tractor, you need farming license level 3, you need the vehicle license, and you need irrigation level 3. That will cost you 10,000 permit points to get all the attachments, which I will go over shortly of what each attachment does to the tractor. So the water well and the water tank works together seamlessly because you can basically put the water tank anywhere after you do this, the distance they can serve. So you need a water brick well within, I think, 4 tiles of the water tank. Water tank services 10 tiles all the way around it, 360 around the tower. As you can see right here, we are placing down the brick well, and then we're putting the water tank right here, and then it will service this simple sprinkler right next to it. And then once you have that, you do not have to touch it at all. It will automatically water every day at 7 a.m. right when you load your game or save your game and go to sleep and you wake up. All your sprinklers near water tanks and brick wells are automatically water the day. You can just forget about it and you can just go check on them and just see if they're sparkling to be harvested. Next up, sprinklers. As I just showed off, the normal sprinklers water 1 tile away from the sprinkler. It is lovely to have as a small thing, and once you unlock regular sprinklers, I would not build a huge farm for the normal sprinklers because you will be unlocking the advanced sprinklers pretty soon. So I would wait to the advanced sprinklers personally, but I would definitely use them to, if you already had like 30 crops, maybe go to 40 or 45, just so you can level up your farming even faster. The next thing is the advanced sprinklers, and oh boy, this is what changes your world. This one advanced sprinkler will water 24 crops. 24 for one sprinkler. So if you have 10 sprinklers out, it will automatically water 240 crops every morning. So as you can see, you will get more crops than you would even know what to do with it. You will make as much money as you will ever need, and it is a beautiful, and also when you're flying above it, it just looks really good. So it's a really good aesthetic as well. Next up, and last but not least, is the tractor. I will show the different loadouts for each one. Basically, you have the basic tractor, and then you can right click on your mouse if you're playing on keyboard and mouse, and you will switch the attachment. The first attachment is to harvest. So once your crops are ready and ready to be harvested, all you do is need to have this attachment down. You hold the left mouse button to bring the attachment down, and all you do is need to drive that baby through your crops. It will not damage any sprinklers. If you have the attachment up, you can drive over your fences, so you don't have to have a gate or anything like that. You just drive and collect all your free money. The other two attachments for your tractor is for harvesting, and also it gets the ground ready. It plows the land. So as you can see here, I'll plow, and then I'll highlight the crops in my toolkit underneath right there, and then right when I left click, bam, it's automatically placing the crops straight down. So as you can tell, you can do a huge farm very easily. Do not have to spend time on each square to put down crops. It is just like that. I do want to add in there, before you get all these awesome items of your sprinklers and your tractors, my number one advice would be just to plant wheat. If you're just starting farming, plant only wheat, because it is year round, and you can turn the wheat into flour through the grain mill. And once you make flour, that actually contributes to your experience for your farming, and you will get basically double the amount of experience while leveling your farming. So once you have something small, like I said earlier, about 25 to 30 wheat, and you can water them by hand at the start, you will get to level 20 farming in no time. Trust me, that is the number one way to power level your farming. All right, for the thing, I'm going to build a demo farm with 2 advanced sprinklers, a water tank, a brick, and to do 48 crops. As you can see here, I am using a hoe instead of using the tractor, just because I wanted to show the spacing for the advanced sprinklers and not drive it and you can't really tell. So that is why I'm using the hoe to do it. As you can tell, I am doing a 24 area block with the 1 space in the middle for the sprinklers. As you can see, that it will water 2 spaces out. So it'll go 2 spaces to the left, 2 spaces to the right, 2 spaces up, 2 spaces down, and 2 spaces basically diagonal. So you'll see the layout right here. This is the layout you would want to do to build your farm, and just to have your water tank within 10. So it doesn't even necessarily need to be, the water tank doesn't need to be 10 meters from your crops. It just needs to be 10 spaces from your sprinkler. So as you can tell, with one water tower, you can have 8 of these sections, because you can have 2 on the right, 2 sides on the left, 2 sides up, and 2 sides down. Obviously, you can play around with the layout of how you would want to do it. I'll show you what I've done with mine after this demo, to try to show you what I've done decorating as well. So as you can see, I'm finishing up the demo, and I will go to the next day right here. And then we will advance over there. We can see, there we go. It is automatically watering that section that we just made. And it's actually still watering our basic sprinkler that we already made earlier. But as you can tell, right when you wake up and you go to that area, it is automatically watering your crops. And it will be set. And you can forget about it and just play the game and just check on it. All you do is need to just fly over it, or just go up to the crops and see when they're ready to be harvested. All right, lastly, I'm going to show you my farm. This is a farm that I made just to make money. So I am going to think of other ways to kind of make it more aesthetically pleasing, maybe doing a little trail in the middle and kind of expanding it, just so it just looks a little bit better. I might space out the crops and do a space between with some stone pathing. But as you can tell here, I put the water towers, I evenly spaced them out with their own water brick well, just so I thought it would look nice. And then I put flower beds, and then mixed in the flowers and put some trees in the middle with some street lamps, just because, or wooden lamps, just because it looks good at night when I'm flying over it. It kind of lights up the middle, and it just looks pretty awesome. So this is what I made for my farm to make money, and honestly, I have so much dink that I don't even know what to do with. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of my farm or these tips? Did they help you? If they did help you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more Dinkum tips and tours. Peace. Bye-bye.